Okay, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back to Ftrl. Join us for week 5 of GT2. We're here at Big Willow for 3 sprint races over the course of this evening. You may have noticed, it's me. Hi, SBY. You don't normally see me on a Thursday this season, but I just had to come in and see what all this fucking moaning was about. It's a set of soft tyres. Come on. Well, we'll find out, won't we? We'll see how much. Oh dear, I've just seen Sir Goose's tyre wear, but then again, he's doing that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. What looks like we're waiting a few minutes for Nobby Norris to join us. Good evening, Fever. How are you? Good evening, Graham. So yeah, I'm not going to run through everybody on stream just in case it gives the game away, but we'll see a few people, I imagine, just getting the soft tyres out of the way this evening. And it'll be interesting to see if anybody does decide to just give it up and pit halfway through. I'm not sure how long a pit stop takes here. I can't imagine it takes very long. Exactly, Fever. Tell them all to grow a pair. Wouldn't get this kind of moaning from GT1, would we? Surely not. I know, watching Lee, who is standing in for Oblivion, at least for the first race. Oblivion's going to be late in. So, he's probably been the one giving the most information and the most commentary on the soft tyres. He claims he can just about get to the end. Okay, so Graham says 13 seconds for a pit stop. Well, it's an 18 lap race, so if you can go a second a lap quicker by caning the softs, then yeah, it seems like it could work, or at least would work better than trying to eke them out to the end. But we'll find out. I mean, it would seem like what you need to do to keep hold of them is reasonably obvious. There's only really three proper left-hand turns on this circuit. It's just that 2 of them go on for about half a mile. So you can keep the pressure off those left-hand side tyres for most of the corner at least. And you should be okay. But we will find out. So let's have a quick look at the standings while we wait for the race to start. So Oblivion, of course, is runaway leader, but he will at least be dropping a few points tonight. Lee may well end up winning the race that he's involved in. He's got a good chance, but it'll still only be half points if he does for Oblivion. And then Oblivion will have to come back in for the remaining 2 races. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there, but he does at the minute have a 43 second advantage over his teammate, so Goose is in P2. And then behind Goose comes quite the gaggle. Dusty Fossil, Mikey, Joker, Glyn and Jordan are all within 8 points of each other, not too far behind Goose. Then you've got a bit of a gap back to Royston, then Face Potter, Zom and Nobby Norris, and then it's Derek, Odon and Beach. Odon making a really, really good fist to trying to finish bottom this season. He's 2 points off the foot of the table. So we'll see if he can have a better night tonight. So go on then, let me know, who is your pick for race 1? I am going to run through the tyres now because I don't really care. Most people should have chosen their tyres now. Looks like we've got a lot of soft tyre runners to start off. I'd been interested to wait and see what people do, to be honest. But I suppose you have got a reverse grid in there after this race, and you don't want to ruin that if you start in a good position. So, but anyway, we've got Glyn on the softs, Johnny Boy on the mediums, Goose is on the mediums, Zom is on the mediums, as is Dusty Fossil. Then you've got Royston, Mikey, Odon on softs, Face Potter on the mediums, Joker, Lee, Derek also on the softs, and Switchback on the mediums. Who's Switchback filling in for? Who knows? I'm sure somebody will know in the chat. Well, we've reached 25-2 and no sign of Mr. Norris. So never mind, we are starting anyway. So we'll start with 13 for this race. I've gone quiet because I'm still trying to figure out who Switchback is filling in for. Is it Jordan? I think it might be Jordan. Yeah. I see no Arsenal Joe. So that will be who Switchback is filling in for. And we do have Lee filling in for Oblivion as well. So come on, what do we think? Who's going to win? I think Odon's going to win. There's no qualifying, so we're going to go straight into the race. And to be fair, Odon's starting 12th, so no, he's not going to win. Never mind, forget that. I forgot about that bit. Lee is starting on pole. That's just rubbish. Someone take him out. Come on, Goose. First corner. Bit of teammate on teammate action. Let's see how we all get away. Let's go. Phoebe's going for Goose for the win. Goose starts by tucking in quite neatly behind Lee. Lee starting on the softs with Goose on the mediums, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Goose may, or the mediums may well be the better tyre and, you know, the more advantageous tyre you would think tonight, so Goose has probably got a decent shot, as has the Fosser behind him. We've seen Carl put some really fast drives together in some of the sprint races recently. And Graham's backing up Mikey went from P4 on the softs. That's a bold choice. Everybody cleanly through the first couple of corners. Everybody probably just gingerly tiptoeing around on the soft tyres. It's such a weird, just odd, undulating circuit, this. Just slightly, you think there's plenty of room around here, but just the wrong line through the corner, and all of a sudden you just spat to the outside or the inside, or you hit a curb wrong, and it's just all a bit weird. I don't like it. See Derek having a look, possibly the first move of the evening, up the inside of Zom. There he goes, so this will be interesting, because it's tricky on the inside to get it stopped for this corner. He does get in front of Zom just before they hit the brakes. And these Alphas do have a tendency to kick sideways a little bit. Oh, and Zom's off and he's heading for the pits. Come back, Zom. Oh, Zom did say he'd already managed to pit himself a few times in practice and he nearly managed it there. Zom's down to P13 and Goose has taken Lee at the front. So Goose hits the lead. Got someone offline a bit further back. Who was that? That was Glyn. Maybe searching for the wet line on the tyres. Who knows? You can already see the tyre wear on the softs just creeping in. But Glyn going well in P6 at the minute. Battling Mikey for 5th. Mikey slipped back, and in fact his Joker has made a move. So Joker's come from nowhere there to take at least 2 positions. And he is up to P3. In the meantime, Goose and Lee are just starting to edge out a gap as the others all go nose to tail behind him. Oh dear, Zom's struggling a bit. He's now 2 seconds off Johnny Boy at the back. And Odon, meanwhile, thinking about a move on Derek. Oh, he just clips the curb there. Oh, somebody's very wide. That was... Oh, no. Was that Johnny or was it Zom? No, it was Johnny, I think. Oh, he's gone flying off at the final corner and he's been reset. I mean, to be fair, it's probably best to get reset there and carry on into the desert. But, so that's Johnny to the back. In the meantime, it's a bit of a battle going on here. Switchback Royston. Oh, Odon's wide. Oh, and he's going trekking into the desert. Maybe stop for a margarita while he's out there. He's gradually getting back on track. Where's Johnny? Oh, there he is. Okay. And yeah, so a few incidents early on, that won't help the tyres especially. So now it's Face Potter in P10, Derek in 9th. You can see another puff of dirt getting kicked up there from somebody. The Switchback's made his way up to 7th, so now it's Glyn. Joker's been shuffled backwards again into the pack. And now he's got Glyn all over the back of him. Glyn looks to the inside. Let's go on board with Glyn. Oh, there's a bit of side-to-side contact here. That's a... Oof. Glyn just trying to ease it round the corner. You can see how gingerly they've got to try and make it happen. Glyn's got such a good run, and he's going to go flying past Mikey here, and all the way up into P4. So a good run for Glyn. And up front, what's happening here? Lee's having a look at Goose for the lead, perhaps. Not quite, but that's giving Carl a run, and Goose has gone way, way wide. And Dusty Fossil takes second. He might be looking at first here. Oh, there's an awful lot of tyre squeal there. Lee's doing a decent job of keeping all of his tyres at the minute. He's already on lap 4. But Carl's had a couple of really good ones off the corner, and it's Goose that suffered. There are quite a few changes of position. I thought it might be a bit more of a procession than this on race 1, as everyone got used to the tyres, got used to the track, but nope. Everyone's full on gunning it. Got some more support for Goose in the chat. Good evening, Chloe. Good to have you in. And Aaron. It's good support for Boobies there as well. Thank you, Aaron. It's always good to see. Right, what have we got going on? Carl is sticking to the back of Lee. Lee's soft tyres not really helping him get the lap times in. Carl does have the fastest lap of the race so far. And in the background, Glyn is now looking very, very interested in P3 as we watch from the hot air balloon. Glyn looks to have made the move. Yeah, nicely done from Glyn. Is Sir Goose going to look for a move back up the inside? Ooh, it's very close. Glyn's keeping it planted. Just leaning on that left front tyre to take a little bit more life out of it. See, the tyre wear seems to be okay at the minute, but we know how it can drop off a cliff in the second half of the race once it gets a bit more worn, so we're waiting to see as Mikey runs a bit wide. And Lee's now got a decent gap up front, over a second. What's going on a bit further back, so Royston taking a bit of curb there. Let's go on board with Royston through this corner. Let's see what the deal is. On the soft tyres, how do they manage this corner? Sticking to the inside, they want to come wide now. Just dab the brakes. Not too much tyre squeal, nice and easy, and then just get a good run out. Yeah, that's not too bad from Royston. Not the quickest, but that's how you save the tyres. So yeah, fastest lap of the race so far is a medium tyre runner in Dusty Fossil with a 1:18.1. None of the rest of his laps have been anywhere near that, so I don't know how he's managed that, but there we go. Glyn and Lee both doing mid-18s. Oh, what's going on back here? Mikey's trying to force his way up the inside of Joker, but he'll be on the outside for this corner. Yeah, Joker's easily going to keep ahead there. So we've got these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all the way back to Face Potter. And then we've got the more accident prone, should we say, at the back. Odon's managed to stay ahead of Zomla, and they're both ahead of Johnny Boy. But Johnny Boy's done a good job of getting back in touch, a couple of 1:19s compared to some slower laps ahead of him. So still positions to be gained there. But back at the front, it is Lee up front from Dusty Fossil, from Glyn. And then a lot further back now is Sir Goose. Now Goose's tyres are looking, if anything, worse than Lee's. Goose on the softs. So Goose may have trouble on the mediums, let alone the softs. This should be fun to watch when he has to use the soft tyres later on. Oh. This is a bit of a pile-on. Mikey, Switchback, Royston, Derek. all going into turn one together. They seem to have got away with it. Mikey's still leading this little pack, but that soft tyre is not looking particularly healthy. That's the worst one I've seen so far, I think. How has Goose managed that? Look at Goose's tyre, front left, and then look at Switchback's, same tyre. That is quite something. Right, Glyn has managed to close into the back of Dusty Fossil now, and Lee has not stretched his lead really at all. The lap times on the last lap were pretty much identical, but I think you'll see Carl's be slightly quick, ever so slightly quicker this time around. Glyn has just about got the slipstream, but it's not really helping him. So an 18.9 for Glyn, an 18.8 for Carl, and an 18.9 for Lee, so they're pretty much holding station as you were. Goose just rams it into another corner. And then here comes the mid-pack. So Joker's managed to stay ahead of these guys. Is he closing in on Goose? Not really. Not yet, anyway. And then we've got Switchback trying to hold off Royston. Royston's having a good run here. Ooh. Who was that? That was Mikey getting on the gravel a little. Royston's last lap wasn't fantastic, but before that he put in an 18.8, so he's got the pace there at the moment. As Mikey goes a little bit wide, that allows Switchback to close up to the back of him, and then people on the dirt ahead of them. I think that was Joker. Can't afford a mistake. Basically every mistake, as we just see here from Mikey. Oh, Switchback tries to go around the outside and nearly gets on the dirt again. One bad run, one mistake at a corner, or even one like less than perfect corner, can just give you a really bad run onto the next straight section. We've seen it a few times already, and now Switchback's under quite a bit of pressure here. Got Mikey and Royston. Royston's got a fantastic run, and Mikey's in the pits. So Mikey is the first, along with Derek, to decide that they are not going to make it on the soft tyres, and they're going to pit at the halfway point. Royston's carried on. Ooh, Switchback flirting with disaster there. Royston, oh, I hope he's pitting, because he's just squealed those tyres all the way around that corner. He's not really gained anything either. They're already starting to go off. You see, they're only about half. It's only about half worn, that front left, but it will drop off a lot quicker in the second half of the race, as we said before. And there's not really a lot to choose between these two leading packs at the minute. With those guys pitting, this is now a 4 with Goose, Joker, Switchback and Royston. Switchback's the only medium tyre runner in that pack. And then you got the 3 at the front. Lee's just about managed to stretch his lead by a few tenths once again. Lee, I'm almost guarantee, is going to try and make these tyres last. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yep, Goose coming under pressure now from Joker, but unfortunately for Joker, I think he is one of the ones who's got to pit. As Royston makes the move around the outside and takes P6 off Switchback. He must have had a poor run. So Royston into 6th, and then Joker, and still Goose. Is Joker going to try and make the move somewhere? Very, very tricky to do so around here. We've got somebody way off the back. Who's that? That's Mikey, who's pitted. But he pitted alongside Derek. And in fact, he pitted ahead of Derek, and now he's 15 seconds behind him. So we had a bit of a... I'd like to think it was a pit disaster. I'd like to think they just held Mikey in the pits because it's Mikey, but he probably had an accident. FIFA's saying Goose needs to pit ASAP. FIFA, Goose is on the mediums. He still needs to pit. I don't think you can pit off the mediums. I think that's unacceptable. Borderline illegal, I think, in this race. Joker needs to pit ASAP, and Royston does right now. So Royston is in. Joker's in no way is going to make it to the end, so that will give Goose a bit of breathing room if he can hang on to his tyres. At this point, with everybody else pitting, he might actually be tempted to do so himself anyway. Royston is out of the pits, and he is out in just behind Zom. So Zom may actually get a decent result after all this, despite his excursions, because he's now ahead of the all the guys who pitted. And he's still ahead of Johnny Boy, who's now in P10, so it's Derek in 11th. Odon is 12th from now on a fresh set of softs, and Mikey is last. Lee now has a 3-second lead ahead of Glyn. He's stretched that out quite a bit, and that's by virtue of an 18.5 and an 18.7 on his last 2 laps. So Lee's found a bit of pace on the soft tyres somehow. I think you'd thought he'd be looking to look after them, but well, we'll keep an eye. Could still go wrong. Glyn's on soft as well, not doing a bad job on the tyres, but not as good as Lee. And then of course it's Carl on the mediums. He'll be looking to make this count. If anything, he'll be happy to battle with Glyn, because that will just wear Glyn's tyres out that little bit more. Does he want to make a move here into turn 1? As Joker does indeed pit on lap 11. Carl holds station for now, and now you've got Goose and Switchback has caught Goose here. Switchback's not gonna. Goose is gonna make the mediums last. So after all this, the Faith Potter, who's kept very, very quiet, is just casually in a very comfortable P6. So I suggest he just takes it easy now and see that through to the end. No, he's going to ride over the curbs instead. Okay, you do you. Joker now out on the fresh softs along with Royston. So Joker's come out just ahead of Royston, which you would have expected. Royston's actually closed that gap quite a bit, as Joker clips the edge there. Is he okay? Yes, he is. But that gap is now less than a second. Derek is there as well, so Derek's done a good job of recovering. Yeah, Lee is just stretching this gap out now. The times are slower, but it doesn't matter, because these two are battling. If Dusty Fossil finally takes the place off Glyn, and Carl will be hoping now that Glyn just fades away and he can get on with the business of trying to catch Lee, because if Lee's tyres do start dying by the end, he could lose a lot of time to the cars behind him. And it is a lot of time, it is 4 seconds, which is a lot round here, but I wouldn't say it's over just yet. I think it is over for Glyn. I think unfortunately he's that battle with Carl is done for his front left. He's going to have to pit, I think. Switchback still putting Goose under pressure. I don't think Goose is going to pit. I think he's just going to drive on 3 wheels. So we are seeing even the mediums are struggling here. So pit stop seems to be the way to go for the soft tyres. It's only Lee that's going to make it last, if anybody. Glyn is giving it his best shot, but he's going to lose out big time in the next probably 3 laps, I would say. He's got to take it really, really easy. He's got a 7-second gap to Goose, who's battling the Switchback. If he takes it super easy round all the right-handers, he might just make it. You see he's off the throttle for a little bit there. I'd probably give it a little bit more than that if I were him. Switchback Goose battle goes on. Switchback now does have P4. You would expect him to get away, although Goose is trying his very best to shred his remaining rubber by catching him back up again. Royston is catching Face Potter very, very quickly. I'm sure that was a 7-second gap, no more than a lap and a half ago. Oh, was that someone? Well, I thought I saw someone off the track there. Nope. There's someone off the track, and there's another. Joker followed by Johnny Boy. Johnny's done an excellent job on the tyres, has to be said. If you look at the difference between him and the likes of Faith Potter, also on the mediums, Johnny's done tremendously well. He's still got Zom behind him, and then Odon is catching, but he's got a way to go. That might be a battle before the end. If we had that stupid F1 Amazon Web Services battle counter, I would say probably in the next 3 laps, probably by lap 17, Odon will be catching Zom. Mikey ain't catching anyone. Sorry, Mike. Oh, this gap is now under 3 seconds. This is not over. Clint's still hanging on to those tyres. Fair play to him. He's got another 3 laps to go, 3.5 laps to go, unfortunately for him. As in the background we see Goose kicking up the dust as he still tries to hang on. He's in even worse shape. Could get interesting. It could be another place to gain here for... Actually, if I were Royston, I'd be pretty happy if I knew what was going on ahead of me. He's in a solid P7. He's got 2 cars ahead of him with very, very worn tyres. He won't know that. Unless he's one of those weirdos that somehow manages to listen to the stream and race at the same time. I tried that once and it was just a disaster. I had no idea what was going on. The stream was about 30 seconds behind the actual live race and just didn't make any sense. What's the gap? 3 laps to go. Lee has managed to stabilise things a little. Perhaps he was just giving the tyres a bit of breathing room. That's now a bit more stable at 2.5 seconds, that gap, but he's still got 2.5 laps to go. Car's still got a bit of room to push. Glyn is... Oh, he's doing well. He is doing better than I thought he'd do. Of course, you can throw it into every left-hander all you want. It's just the right-hand turns you've got to worry about. Switchback is now clear of Goose. Goose is clear of the track. Manages to get back on. He's so close to death. It's unreal. Let's go on board with Goose around this. In fact, let's go chase Cam around this final corner. Goose. The tyres are squealing even when he's not turning. Oh God. Goose, brake! Brake! Jesus Christ. That was a full-on coast. there you go. There's your investigation done, Fever. Right, that's enough of that. Right, we're on the penultimate lap. Let's see what's going on. Mike is 40 seconds off the lead. Good job, Mike. Zom off the lead, off 12th, sorry. Zom is 1.7 seconds behind Odon, who is 1.8 behind Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy is 3 seconds behind Joker, who's on the softs. Derek also on his second set of softs is making short work of those ones as well, but he will make it to the end. Royston is now catching Face Potter very, very quickly, and Face Potter goes off the track. So that is one to watch on the final lap. Goose is going to do his very best to just kill those tyres before the end of the race. He's got 1.5 laps left to do it. If he doesn't, he might hang on to P5. He got switchback comfortable in P4. Glyn has done an incredible job, to be honest. Those tyres looked dead about 5 laps ago, and he somehow just clung onto a sliver of them. He's just got 1 lap to hold on. And then Lee has managed this race superbly. Looked like he was getting caught, but he's held on to his tyre wear, managed the gap, and kept his times super consistent every single time in the 19s in his past 8 laps. And it looks like, barring any mistakes, he will be the winner of this race as Mikey goes, unless Mikey clobbers him off. Is Mikey going to get reset directly into Lee's path? That'd be funny. Ah, boo. Okay, never mind. Mikey's just going to sit and watch for a bit. So where's this battle? Royston versus Face Potter. It's over. It is over. We've missed it already as we were watching Mikey take a little excursion. Royston has got face potter and he's into P6, so this is certainly the first of the soft tyre runners who pit. Royston's done an excellent job, he's got himself back up into P6. Face potter I don't think will be too disappointed with 7th if he can hang on to that. He has got Derek and Joker closing in behind him, but there's not a lot of time left now. Johnny Boy is under pressure from Odon now, hanging on to P10. So we'll come back to that later, but for now, Lee comes around the final corner, keeps it on the track, and will come home to take a victory for Oblivion. He comes home P1, excellent race from Carl, worked his way forward into 2nd, and what a result for Glyn. Hung on to the soft tyres the whole way, and makes it a couple of seconds ahead of Switchback. Here comes Mikey for his P13, and Goose is off the track. Here comes Royston, but he's not going to make it. Goose somehow makes it to the end. Royston P6, Face Potter in 7th. Derek and then Joker and Johnny Boy versus Odon to the line for top 10. Johnny Boy holds on by 19 thousandths of a second. They're run to the line. Odon did well after his earlier struggles to get back in touch. Wasn't quite enough for a top 10, and then Zon finishes 12th. Oof. See, that was fun. Don't know what you're complaining about. Right. That's 2 seconds, and assuming let's check the messages. Assuming that Oblivion has indeed made it back, we can get Mr. Lee Cole in the chat. Let's wait to see. Big celebrations from Chloe in the chat for the Goose P5. Absolutely, he did well in the end. I'm looking forward to seeing him demolish 2 full sets of soft tyres in the next race. Right. Bear with. Right, we'll give it a minute, we'll see if we can get our usual commentator into the chat. I'm not going to leave, unfortunately for you guys, I'm going to hang around as well. I've brought beers with me now, so that's it, I'm in. Aaron wants to know who won race 1. We're not watching, Aaron. I don't know anyway, it's escaped my memory. I think we just put it behind us and move on to race 2. Oh, Phoebe spoiled it. Never mind. Do we actually have Oblivion with us for race 2? A Jaffa Cake McFlurry. Who knew there was such a thing? I don't go in for the McDonald's. I only ever go to McDonald's for breakfast. And to be fair, ever since they've started pairing the McMuffin with the Frank's Red Hot Mayo, I'm there even more. I'm all in for that. To be fair, a Jaffa Cake McFlurry sounds pretty handy as well. To be fair, whenever I stop for breakfast at McDonald's, I always stop. I stop very occasionally, every other week or so on the way into work, and I get served. I always get served by one of two people. There's either Val, who is absolutely lovely, and you get a good morning. How are you? Here's your cancer food. Have a nice day. All of that. Very lovely customer service. Or I just get the teenager with the most Gen Z stare you've ever seen. And every time I like to have a guess at who it is, and I'm always surprised. Right, we are just giving it a few minutes just to see if we do indeed get Oblivion into the lobby. If we can't, then it looks like Lee will be in for another race. And I think... I can never remember what this bloody sprint race is. Is it reverse grid now? Or is reverse grid the final race? Come on, Phoebe, help me out. Oh, it's reverse order. Never mind, it's on the graphic. Reverse order from race 1 was also... At least that means if Lee is racing again, he'll be starting from the back. And Lee, if you've got any chivalry about you, any sense of good play, you'll stay there. Keep Mike company. I sort of had the feeling, no offence Mike, I sort of had the feeling this was a week you wouldn't enjoy. You can't really get away with an accident on this track. You're off to Narnia, shall we say. No Oblivion starting in 30 seconds, okay. I enjoyed Zom's tales of practice this week, particularly about him running into the immobile steward. Or steward, Marshall, sorry. If you look around you, you see plenty of immobile people by the side of the track in Gran Turismo. Look at them all, there they are. That guy's arms must be killing him by now. Also, there's not a single umbrella or hat there. It must be 40 degrees out there. Idiots. Right, let's go. This one will be really interesting. We've got quite a few people got the softs out of the way. We've also had a couple showing that it can be done. So, for those starting near the front, so Mike, Odon, Zom, maybe Johnny, are the softs worth a gamble? Owen says, nice to have Alexander Itzhak back. Oh, and that's fucking awful. What's your fantasy football team name? I bet it's terrible. As a matter of fact, I think you can change it, can't you? I could do it as an inspiration. Mine, I think, is middling at best. But let me know if you've got any good fantasy football team names this season. Right, here we go, race 2. Reverse grid, so Mikey on pole, followed by Zom, Odon, Johnny Boy, Joker, and Derek make up your top 6. And away we go, everyone gets off pretty much at the same time, which is usually how races start. Phoebe says Mikey to Bennett turn 3. Let's find out. Oh, Odon looking interested in an early move on Zom there. Zom's gone on the soft tyres. Johnny Boy has as well, so those two on the softs. So they'll be looking to make a break if they possibly can, because I imagine they will go for the pit. Here comes turn 3. Phoebe's prediction. Oh, rubbish Phoebe. Never mind. A bit further back. Johnny will want to try and get past Odon if he can without having to battle too much. There's a lot of dirt being kicked up further back. Everyone seems to have made it through though. Lee's still at the back, along with Glyn and Dusty Fossil. Royston's having a bit of a drama. Royston bumbling over the curbs there, and he's all the way down to 12th. Oh, where's Switchback? Oh, we lost Switchback on the kink at the top of the track. Don't know if there was any contact, but you can go off if you hit that curb the wrong way, or catch the outside coming in. So Switchback is, well, that's a proper disaster as well. He's not even gone off and been reset. He's had to get back onto track himself, and now he's 15 seconds back. Oh, hello. Zom nearly taking another excursion into the pits. So Mikey leads. Zom P2, so it's actually no change. The Joker's now looking interested in the top 4. I can imagine these guys at the front want to take it a little easy, if at all, if they can. Or have either of them just made the decision, Zom or Johnny, just to go for it and accept the pit stop? We saw from Royston's race, in race 1, it's possible. Oh, there goes Mikey. Oh, well, you said turn 3, Phoebe. You didn't actually specify which lap, did you? So I suppose technically you were correct. Good stuff. Anyway, that means Zom inherits the lead. Zom, Odon, Johnny. Oh, Joker's wide. Not wild, he's wide. Through goes Derek. Oh, Joker's about to get swamped here. Here comes Face Potter. Dusty Fossil looking interested down the inside as well. I think he will hold on. Behind him is Sir Goose. Is Goose on the softs? No, Goose is saving his softs for the final race. Oh, and they're side by side. That's always dangerous around the final corner. Oh, Dusty Fossil gives him the shoulder and has come off by far the worst. I think he got unsettled over the curb. Nearly pushed Goose into the pits, but he's ended up spinning off and getting reset himself. So we've seen a very similar number of casualties. We've lost Royston somewhere along the way as well. So Switchback, Royston, Mike and Carl have all had offs in the first 2 laps. So that is Lee up to P9 without really doing anything. Dirty Fossil. I don't want to know. So Glyn, Goose, Face Potter, Joker, Derek, and the top 3 as you were. Zom, then Odon, then Johnny. Yeah, Zom's tyres are already dying. You can tell he's not going to make it already. Sorry, Zom. If you're listening, plan on a pit stop. Odon's going to be fine. Johnny's doing very well on his tyres. That'll be very interesting. Let's keep an eye on that. Derek on the mediums, then Joker, Face Potter. All these guys behind in this pack are on the medium tyres. So we've just got the 2 soft tyre runners near the front now. I think they'll be hoping that these guys further back give each other a few problems. These 3 sticking together up front. I'd like to think, as Zom squeals his way around the corner, I'd like to think Johnny's got the good sense to just sit behind these 2 here. Odon is going to try and make the move here. He's looking very, very interested. Johnny Roy doesn't need to do anything rash, at least not round a right-hander. Odon's got a bit out of shape there. That's given Zom a bit of breathing room. And a bit further back, these 6 are all pretty much line astern. And then I don't know what's going on back here. They may as well have a bit of a laugh now, these lot. At least they got each other to race. And the worst thing is they'll probably be at the back for the next race as well. We did see some recoveries. You know, in the previous race. So we won't rule them out just yet. Well, Zom's going well in P1, but he's not got outstanding pace, and he's absolutely going to have to pit. He's not able to pull a gap on Odon at the minute. Fastest lap at the minute is Johnny Boy with an 18.2, which is well in advance of anybody else on the track. Everybody else except the front 3 in the 19s. Derek's the one keeping it nice and consistent. He's managed to make a little bit of a break from this pack behind him at the moment. So Derek's got a 1.5 second gap back to Joker. Joker's half second clear of FaZe Potter. FaZe Potter's the one under a lot of pressure from Glyn, and then Goose and Lee sitting in behind. Odon's still looking interested in first, but again, not that he necessarily knows this, but he doesn't really have to do anything at the minute. He just has to sit behind and wait for Zom to pick, because Zom's tyres are already half dead. Zom has clearly chosen to go for the pit stop option. To be fair, doesn't give him the worst chance of getting back in touch with this pack behind him. Because Dusty Fossil in 10th is 16 seconds off the lead, so if Zom pits now, he will come out ahead of Carl, most likely. So it remains to be seen. Oh, who's that off? There's someone in the middle of the map. It's Goose. Goose has been on an adventure, and he's down to P9. To be fair, it's not lost him a spanking amount of time. He was way off track there, and I think he may as well. He probably just cut the corner because it's only cost him about 4 seconds. Good job, Goose. As always, looking to extract maximum wear from those tyres is Goose. So these front three, oh, Johnny Boy's looking interested. Not into the right-hander, Johnny. Save the tyres. He's done a fantastic job so far. It just doesn't want to make the move. Derek is gaining quickly. Oh, we're back. Sorry about that. Accidentally turned my headset off. Yeah, Faber is right, to be fair. Geese are not well suited to deserts. He did that sort of hot thing that you do with your feet when you're on a hot beach. Got quickly back onto the tarmac, which, to be fair, will be no less hot. I appreciate that, Fever. It's not often you get a typo correction in a YouTube chat. People don't normally give a shit, so no, I genuinely appreciate that. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Little adventure there for Joker and FaZe Potter, and that is going to promote Lee to a nice easy P5. So Lee's got some work to do to catch these front four, but he's made his way through this pack mainly just by sitting there and waiting for them all to drive off the track, which is a classic GT2 tactic. Lee knows what he's doing. He's also set an 18.9, which is a decent time on the mediums. Yeah, Derek is now fully caught up with this front three. Look at the state of his tyres. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Goose again? No, he's I mean, it's not great, but it could be worse. Oh, Zom! Jesus, how he managed that? I mean, Zom's got to go another lap. He's yeah, Lee. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Zom really needs to go another lap here. It's only the end of lap 8. He may have just pushed it a little bit too far, and in fact, he's on the dirt and he's going to come into the pits. Then that might actually be the sensible choice for Zom. He's going to have to make the next set last just a little bit longer. So that's going to relegate Zom way behind this pack, and probably behind Goose and Dusty Fossil as well. Does he come out ahead of Dusty Fossil? He does, but he's got to get overtaken. So, Zom's okay. He's done his pit stop. He's now in P10, so it's not the end of the world. But he's not going to be winning this race. So what now means is we have a distinct front three again, and it's now Derek, Johnny Boy, and Odon. I'm going to go on board and see how Johnny's driving this, because as of now, he's done a tremendous job on the tyres, and I'm not jinxing it. I genuinely want to see how he's doing it, and let's compare it to somebody else. I won't name names. So coming into this final corner, dab of the brakes, little bit of tyre squeal, but then yeah, just taking it nice and easy right to the edge of the track. You've seen all of the track. And he's actually got a better exit and is gaining on Odon here. He's got in the slipstream as well. Stretch out a bit of a gap to Derek. That's a 19.4. And then, oh, Odon's wide. Odon's wide. Johnny Boy takes the lead. Odon had a big mid-corner twitch there. I'm not sure what that was about. But he's lost the position. And with no need to battle it, Johnny has the lead. So it's now Johnny Boy following Odon following, Derek following him. Then Lee in P4, Joker P5, Glyn in P6. Base Potter's going well again. He's kept himself out of the head of this pack. Which now features a resurgent Zomla. May cause some issues for the guys in front of him, because he should be a bit quicker. But Face Potter's at the head of the pack and doing pretty well again, very consistent. Royston recovering, and he's going to have to see a couple more pit stops, I think, if he wants to gain any more positions, but he's got a few more people way behind him. Switchback's had a lap 7, I don't know, trip to the cafe? Aaron says, let's be honest, nobody wants to see Lee win this. Well, I'm not sure there's a huge amount of danger about that at the minute, because although Johnny Boy has now lost out, Odon's taken the position back. I think it's safe to say Johnny is Lee, pretty much Lee's favourite person ever, so if Johnny Boy is in first, I don't think Lee would want to overtake him. Well, we will see. These four are now nose to tail. Now the tyres are starting to suffer, and this is where it all gets a bit hairy. Lee's taking a look, see if he can get round Derek. Lee set an 18.8 on the last lap. That's what's allowed him to catch up to these front three. These guys are going well, but not massively quickly. So it's not been a particularly difficult job for Lee to catch up. Once again, they swing wide. Derek breaks very wide and looks to sling it in. They all keep it on the track once again. As do Joker and Glyn. Facepotter's not had the quickest exit, and Goose is gaining. Oh, and Zom is gaining more. Zom's already overtaken Dusty Fossil and is now flying past Goose down the straight to take P8. That's an excellent final corner from Zom. And now he'll look to take P7 off Face Potter. So yeah, he'll obviously be disappointing if Zom being right at the front and then having to pit and drop all those positions back, but if he makes it up to P7, I think that's a job well done on the soft tyre run. Odon still has the lead. Johnny Boy still in P2. Oh, and now the tyres are looking distinctly second hand. And Odon's got a real chance here. He'll need Derek to hold Lee up, but he has got a chance. Oh no. I'll tell you what, Johnny Boy's doing such a good job when he started all the way up to lap 10, and now he's just fallen off a cliff. He's just putting that extra bit of effort. You have to put that extra bit of effort in to turn the corner. and it just puts more and more pressure on more tyres, and they just drop further and further away. He's got a real job on his hands to make 6 more laps now. He's going to have to go for it. There's no point in pitting now. Yeah, just take it easy. Doesn't matter if you lose a couple more positions. Anything can still happen. You've got more and more cars closing in behind. Joker in P5, Glyn in P6. There's 3 seconds separating the top 6. Any of these guys can still win this. Yeah, you think you're possibly right, Phoebe, but then again, we thought that about Glyn in the last race, and he did eke it out to the end. I think if you see it coming and just tiptoe round the right-hand corners, then you can just about make it, but it's a real ask. And some proper battles brewing behind here. Now Lee looks to make the move on Derek. Down the inside into the final corner. There's not a lot Derek's going to be able to do here. You can't hang around the outside, it's just not worth it. Yeah, he has to back out. Tries to get the run. Oh, and Joker. Saw in the mirror there, Joker nearly nipping up the inside. Oh, and in front of him, Johnny Boy's off the track. What's Lee going to do? Is he going to take P2 here? He's not, he's going to hold off, I told you. He's not going to send it down the inside. But he is going to keep the pressure on into turn 2. Oh, his tyres are, oh no. Oh, you can hear them squealing now. All the way around. That is not going to help at all. And now Lee's putting the pressure on. Because behind, Glyn and Derek are going at it. A little bit of mid-corner contact. Sorry, not Glyn and Derek, it was Glyn and Joker, and then there's Derek. Glyn sees him off. But now Lee's going to have to, I think, make a move or lose a position. Because Johnny's tyres are dying, and Joker is right behind him. Odon's clear here. 2.8 seconds, and looking at his very first FTRL win. If he can keep this up and keep his head. Is it genuinely his first win? If he makes it. Lee is now pushing Johnny Boy down the straight and defending the outside. Oh, and Joker's not having any of that. He just arrives and punts Lee up the arse. Yeah, neither Owen or Johnny have ever won. Well, I think unfortunately, I think it's safe to say Johnny's not going to win this unless 2 things happen. I think he's going to need Odon to have a major accident and Lee to just block the road behind him. I remember the other season Tom T. Smith doing a very similar job for me at Monza. He literally just blocked the entire road for the rest of the grid while I went away for the win. But we were teammates, and these two aren't teammates. Lee's doing this purely because he's in love with Johnny Boy, which is lovely to see. But he'll be pissing Joker off, I can tell you that. Now Joker looks to go make the move, but he's had to go up the outside if he can get clear, and he can. So Joker's managed to clear Lee, and Lee's chivalry has cost him here. What's Joker gonna do? Joker won't be pushing Johnny Boy down the straight, I can tell you that. Oh, here comes Glyn. Johnny Boy looking to hold the line. He's got the left-hander, so that will help him. And now Lee's got back in touch here. Is he going to be able to make the move? There is 3 laps to go. Oh, Johnny Boy's tyre is nearly dead, though. He's nearly dead. It's going to cost him. He's almost off the track. He's hanging on. If there was one lap less to go, you'd think he might make it, but unfortunately, I think it's all going to come to an end fairly soon. Oh, Joker having a bit of a moment mid-corner. Had to get off the gas and then get back on it again. Lee nearly ran into the back of him. That's at least given Johnny Boy a bit of breathing room. What's going on a bit further back? Derek is P6, Dusty Foster is P7, Zom has recovered well to P8, and he's nearly killed his second set of tyres. So Zom's tyre is nearly as worn as Johnny Boy's, and that's Zom's second set. That's quite an effort. That is a Goose levels of tyre wear. Speaking of which, Goose has done about the same job this race as he did the last one, and he's in P9 at the minute. Not quite as good a result for him this time around. Royston P10, Faze Potter 11th, and it's Switchback and Mikey at the back. So Odon has 2 laps to go and a 3.8 second lead for his maiden FTRL win. How much will he be bricking it? Somehow, with Lee's assistance, Johnny Boy has survived another lap. He's got 2 to go. He's going to have to do the final lap on no front left tyre, unfortunately. He's still being pushed along by Lee. Joker's going to have another go at overtaking here, and he's going to have to be careful because he's got a wheel on the dirt there, and if he makes a mistake, as he tries to go up the inside and forces Lee wide. He's side by side still. He doesn't want to push Lee off the track. I think he was just about clean. Lee retains the position. He's doing a fantastically annoying Lee Cole defensive job here. The classic. Joker is desperate to get through, but he can't take too much of a risk. A P4 is still a decent result, and if he gets it wrong, then he's going to lose a lot more positions. And with race 3 being, as you finished this race, he doesn't want to end up down in 6th or 7th, but he has made the move, and this time he gets it done. And there goes Johnny Boy. He's finally off the track, and it's a valiant effort. It really was. But now he's down to P6, and he's not going to recover any of those positions with pretty much no tyre left. I mean, P6 still going to be a good result. Ooh. It just couldn't. There's no way he's holding on around that final corner, unfortunately. Trying to keep up the pace with the rest of them. It was a really strong effort. I think he can be proud of that. Now he just needs to try and make it home. No, the tyre's gone. The tyre has gone. Oh no! No. You just can't drive once the tyres are dead like that. You just can't. He needs to he's got a good gap now, for 13 seconds to Royston. He just needs to crawl around every left-hand turn. In the meantime, I thought Odin had someone chasing him then, but he's just lapped Mikey. So, an added cherry on the cake for Odin then, as he comes around the final corner, and then unless he does an unsafe release on himself, and bins it at the final corner of the final lap, he's got to come home for his very, very first FTRL victory, and he makes it round. Great job, and fantastic win. He comes home. Mikey P13. Lee, after all his defensive effort, still gets P2. Joker is 3rd, then Glenn, then Derek in P5, Dusty in 6th. Where is Johnny Boy? He's still P9. He might even get P8 because Zom's taking an excursion off the track. Oh, Zom's going to hang on, I think. Yeah, Zom's going to hang on. Just about. Zom P8, Johnny Boy P9, Royston P10, and then Faith Potter 11th, and then Switchback will bring it home in 12th. Oof, yes. Well done, Owen. Fantastic job. Always brilliant to see a new FTRL winner. Take your time, Zach. Go on. There we go. Classic reverse over the line. Race 2 in the books. So your race 2 results: Odon in P1, Lee Colt in 2nd, Oblivion I think will be back for the final race. Then Joker in 3rd, Glenn in 4th, Derek in 5th, Dusty in 6th, Goose, then Zom. The unfortunate Johnny Boy in P9, Royston in P10, Face Potter 11th, 12th is Switchback, and 13th is Mikey. And we have the gallant knight himself, Sir Lee Cole, now in the chat. Good evening.
Good evenings.
I I very much enjoyed the defensive efforts in that race.
was it that obvious? I was conflicted. I will admit I was conflicted. As a team point of view, I was like, well, the team points are important here, especially when somebody's scoring half points. But seeing who was ahead of me, I was like, I don't really want to. And then obviously I got a message halfway through that race. I got a message halfway through that race as well from our Glorious leader. Don't spoil this for Johnny and Owen's first wins, you fuck.
Yeah, it was mentioned in the chat.
So that did pop up. That made me laugh. Yes. No, Owen drove superbly, to be fair. I said to Johnny, I was so gutted that final corner when he went off on the penultimate lap. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, the tyres were completely gone.
Was he on softs?
Yeah. And he did.
To be fair, considering how much struggling he was doing earlier on, he's done well to get that far.
It was really interesting because literally, I'd say up to lap 10, his tyres were probably better than yours were at that point in the first race. And then we looked away for some other stuff, like for 2 laps, came back and they were just dead.
Yeah, I think that's it. The first 10 laps, the kind of the wear carries on a little bit, and then suddenly it's that thing where you just start sliding a little bit more and it wears the tyres a bit more, and thereafter it just gets worse and worse really quickly. Like, I was quite impressed that mine stayed in the state they did, but then I wasn't really battling, so I was doing a lot of kind of time, even when I had a big lead, so it was a lot more comfortable than it might have been had I been battling Carl or Glyn.
Easily, I think been the most interesting week so far, which shows all the moaners. There we go. We know what we're doing. Definitely know what we're doing.
That's exactly how we planned it.
Right, so race 3 will be as you finished. Which puts Oblivion in a good position. He'll be in P2. Odon will be in first, of course. He has to clean the mess off his pants after his first win. But
I didn't get to do my fun fact about the circuit, which obviously had been doing the combo been able to do. But,
right, you can do it now.
This circuit featured in the Le Mans Ford versus Ferrari movie.
Ooh.
The Eagle, the Mighty amongst us. However, it was at the start there where Ken Miles was driving around in his Shelby Cobra, I think it was.
Did it also feature Zom's immovable Marshall?
I don't know, possibly. It did, however, they were going the wrong way round. They were going counterclockwise.
We don't have a reverse.
That triggered me a little bit when I saw it. I was like, circuit, and I was like, they're going the wrong way.
Do we have a reverse option? We don't have a reverse option for this. I've certainly never raced it reverse. It's bad enough the right way around.
It's a lot easier Group 4 cars. Group 3s, I haven't Group 4 cars are pretty much
okay.
We mentioned, of course, the immortal F3L race here, or the F3L moment.
Oh, yes, it was mentioned last race. Because Zom nearly pitted himself a couple of times. Yeah, we were wondering if Owen was going to do an unsafe release, but
I thought about it in the first race.
He waited. He waited till the end of the race to do that.
I was kind of got to the last lap. I thought, I got plenty of time left. Maybe I'll try and do a fast lap at the end. And I was just like, that popped into my head. I'm like, do you know what? No, don't do it.
Right.
Can Owen go back to back?
Let's see. He's got Oblivion to deal with.
Oh, he's jumped the start.
Oh, Oblivion. That's going to promote Joker to P2. And then Glyn's going to have a run. Yep.
Around the outside.
It's going to be tight. It's not. Yeah, they're alright. It's a little bit dangerous going around the outside there when you're going at full speed, but I think he's okay off the line.
That one should be fine.
Right, everybody making it. Oh, hello. Goose is starting on the softs, and let's see these tyres last about 2 laps.
Yeah, I think he's going to be pitting, I believe. But based on how Royster went in the first race, pitting, he flew back to the field, so...
Goose.
Goose is taking the...
Further back, Johnny Boy's going pretty slowly and holding everybody up there. Sort of ahead of him, though. Goose is still off the track. And everybody...
Old Mikey's had a drama as well. Turn 3, he's recovering.
Oh, Mikey. Oh, dear.
I saw something in race 2 where I just saw a car flash off the screen. I was like, who was that? And I was like, oh, it's Mike. Oh, no, Mike's back.
We did see Goose go probably the furthest off the circuit in race 2, but he just fully cut this corner here that Mike is just going around now, and he only lost about 3 seconds of time. He just drove straight across.
Well, he had a bit of help the first time. He was sort of 3 wide with Space Potter and Glyn, I think it was, or Joker.
I think we missed that, and you just saw him on the map.
Into each other. Yeah.
Just saw him on the mini map.
An offer of his own as well.
Nah. Yeah, just saw him on the mini map taking a very large excursion. All right, well, Red leads.
So.
Joker's right there though.
Joker's been quick all day.
Yeah.
So he'll be fancying this one.
He'll want the win.
Glyn's also been really good today.
Glyn's done a very good job. And then Face Potter has flew under the radar a little bit. He's got a couple of good solid mid-table finishes in him. He's now on the soft tyres, as is... Who else have we got on the softs? We've got Dusty Fossil, Goose, Switchback. I think that's probably about it, apart from Face Potter. Yep. So just the 4 runners.
Dusty Fossil was on the soft in the first race, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, Odon's wide.
Oh.
Very wide there. And Glyn is caught Joker and is now going for 2nd place. Drops back in behind.
Yeah, he's not quite got the run. Joker just blocking the inside line because you don't want to go on the outside of this final corner. You can make a sneaky dive up the inside if you're feeling very brave. If someone takes a wide braking line, but it's not going to happen there. But Glyn got a very, very good run. Closing in.
Well, next we found out with Goose and Carl found out in the last race where Goose kind of got levered onto the outside and Carl ended up spinning off on the inside.
Yeah, Glyn can't quite make the move. They're still in P3. Carl's still there in 4th. And Oblivion, after his start dramas, has been shuffled all the way down to P5 with Goose behind him. Yeah, Goose's tyres are dying already, but not quite as bad as Zom managed in race 2, I'd say. Zom managed to fully kill 2 sets of softs in race 2. But no, we did a bit of analysis in race 2 on Goose to see what was causing the tyre wear, and he just coasted through the final corner on full lock, which sort of explains it. Oh, hello. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh! Switchback. Here comes Derek.
Oblivion was planning to try and make this.
There goes Derek.
Another win.
There goes Zom.
Well, not what the championship leader needs.
Should have left you in.
Innit? Tell me back in, coach. Really?
Royce now on 11th. Johnny Boy's had a bit of a moment somewhere, but he's P12 now. But don't worry, because Mikey's not going to catch him. So Odon's still holding the lead here. Could he nab a double win? Can you imagine? We've seen it before.
Like a bus. Oh, who was that going backwards? That was Zom, I think.
Oh, it is Zom that. Turn 1.
Turn 1.
He should have carried on and caught some air there.
It's not gone well for the Super Mongs,
whatever they call themselves.
The 12th and 13th now, so it's not going well. Dusty Fossil is arriving on the scene up front. This tyre's looking very good, Nick.
Yeah, doing alright.
Like I said, the Gooses.
Oh God. I mean, Goose has got to be planning to pit, so he should be alright, but he's got to at least try and make it to lap 9. Well, now that gap up front is a lot closer. Joker may be looking for another move here, down into turn 1. Ooh, contact. No lasting harm done. Just let him go. That's allowed Glyn to close up though.
Potter's tyres are also looking quite hardly won, similar to Goose.
Ooh, yeah, that's not ideal.
So we're looking quite bad.
Royston's
his way.
also looking quite interested in P9, as Space Posse goes a little bit of a strange line, but it's very, very difficult to get past here. Tom in the chat seems to think Mikey's strategy is to get lapped, so he has to do fewer laps on his tyres.
It has been a bit of a classic Mike week, this one, unfortunately, hasn't it?
Yeah.
He's struggled a little bit this week, unfortunately.
I mean, there's all that room to spin off on, so
there is.
Can't be helped.
Maybe he just likes the guys in orange. Third of the marshals. It's a shame because he's had a couple of really strong weeks.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
So Sardinia especially was. Somebody's kicking up dirt in the back and switch back.
Dust Castle was very, very close coming off the last corner. Now we've got a front row seat for Glyn versus Joker.
On the outside. The inside, it's difficult to get the move on the inside there because you have to kind of leave room on the outside, which kind of gives your opponent the opposition the opportunity. Sorry, to just kind of run around the outside, and then they've got the inside for the next corner. So Joker there, super defence, but that is bringing Goose and Switch back into this battle.
Yeah, they're coming. You still there how Carl's having to take that first corner. Just basically run really, really wide, just gently on the brakes and get it turned so it's just as little tyre wear as possible. And the same again for this top corner.
Through these right-handers.
And then you can just chuck it into the left. There we go. Yep. Nice slide of the tyres there. And he's got a good exit. Yeah, Tom also wants to know, has anybody ever been lapped in FTRL 3 races in a row? No, I think that might be another record if it happens, to be fair. I can't say I've ever seen that. Anything Carl can do here about Glyn. And sticking to the inside, Carl looking for the better exit, which he's got slightly, he may gain. Glyn's got the slipstream of Joker ahead of him still, but Carl's still gaining. He's getting very, very close. Glyn goes defensive.
With the wrong move, we've seen already, the outside line.
Yeah.
The one you want to have, but Glyn just
blocked him off.
shut the door. Just shut the door.
So he holds on. So he holds on to position, and Goose is right there now. Then switch back.
For Odon, but they're doing a really good job.
Yeah, he's doing well. Oblivion pretty comfortable in P7 now. He's managed to I'll say he's managed to settle down. He threw in a 120.9 on his last lap, so
to the front six, he's
a couple of mistakes in there.
He was fairly confident about winning this race, but I suppose they're coming in with no practice.
Yeah.
Oh, just a fossil!
Oh no! Oh, he's backwards in the dirt.
He's run wide on the exit of that right-hander. Just dipped his tyres on the gravel and...
Oh no,
no.
He stalled it.
He's having a mind.
And now he's going to have to wait. He's going to have to wait. Yeah, Derek goes through. Yeah, here goes Zom. And then Mike is still hanging on in there. He's kicked up some dirt on every one of the last four corners, but he's there.
This front five out a little bit.
Yeah.
Odon and Joker made a bit of a break. Glyn's now in a bit of no man's land, but he's now not under threat from behind. The two cars behind him. Oh, Goose's tyres. There is.
Yeah, that's about where
for pad versus wheel, I think.
That's about where Zom's were on lap 8. Zom actually had to pit on lap 8 last race because his tyres were so bad. And I think Goose might have to do the same and then just try and drive a little more carefully if he can. But he's gonna get passed by Switchback. Who, to be fair, Switchback's tyres aren't looking that much better. Does Zach race on pad as well? I think so.
He's a wheel racer actually.
Oh, okay. Doesn't look it. Might just be lag.
Yeah, there's a little bit of lag. Yeah, we spotted it in the first two races as well.
Yeah, we do know geese will eat pretty much anything, including tyres, by the look of it. So you've got to see him come in at the end of this lap, surely. Saw exactly what happened, unfortunately, with Johnny in the last race. As soon as that tyre went fully ready, you just couldn't turn the car. So you don't want to be in that position. This guy's going to try and eke it out for one more lap. He may not have a choice. He may just disappear into the pits.
He might even end up in the pits regardless, eh?
Oh no, he's going around again. That's race over. I'll just let Switchback go if I were you.
Doesn't he really?
Well, you could try and make a set of softs last 10 laps. It's not impossible.
If you can't do 8, you can only do 8 on the first one.
I would
do 8 again.
I would jump on afterwards on a pad and see how many laps I could do, but I can't be arsed. No. Still, the support comes in the chat for Goose, nonetheless. Just willing him on to one more lap. Hold on, Joker.
Still leads.
Oh, what's going on back here? Dusty Fossil has cleared the barriers and left the ring. he literally cleared the final corner. Mike was off the track as well. They were both off track at the same time. Dusty Fossil was bouncing around behind the barriers and left the ring. Oh man, I'm gonna have to make sure we save the replay. We'll go back. Remind me. We'll go back and look at that at the end. Right, lap 9. Odon still leads. Oh yeah, no chance. We're definitely going back and looking at it. Odon still leads. Joker is putting all sorts of pressure on though. Oh, and he's wide. Hold it.
Should give Joker the lead. Into the pits comes switchback. As well, he's made it.
Aaron says, I wonder if...
5 seconds that lap.
Oh god. Aaron says, I wonder if Rory is watching. I joined an Ftrl lobby and I was shocked.
My friend told me he was A+.
Yeah. Turns out the A stood for Armco.
Just caught the ball there on the inside of the left-hander. Just brought Odon right back onto him. So yeah. Odon's not dropping off here.
Tyre wear is identical. Yeah.
She's not been able to close that gap again since either.
It's a straight fight, but I do think Joker has got the better overall pace, so he's just going to have to hang on to him and just continue to challenge him if he can.
This lap, top 5 last time around was Oblivion, but he's 7 seconds off the lead, so he's going to be taking chunks of time out of them rather than tenths.
He's got another 9 laps. Yeah. He's going to have to rely on these two fighting each other, isn't he?
He had off-track excursion as well.
No, he owns. Close it back in.
The corner.
Joker's still having to go defensive, and that might compromise him a little bit here.
A little bit while though, Odon's gone for a sweeping line.
Yeah.
Get back underneath, so Joker holds tight. Wide on the exit. A little one there. It's not really a big enough break to get the inside there though.
He's forcing Joker to take these defensive lines though. Including a couple of corners where he perhaps doesn't have to.
He's taking 2 tenths out of them so far on this lap.
Oblivion's now P4.
Our pit stoppers. So, switchback is in P6.
Face Potter is P9. Goose is 7th. So Derek splits these guys at the minute. And then we've got Zomar, Johnny, and Mikey still at the back carrying on. And on the dirt again. Come on, Mike, it's been 2.5 races. That was a nice shot. We'll get that one on the stream replay. The Joker's now got it's a 4 tenths gap, so it's not really a gap you can call it.
Been for a while.
Yeah, and now he's eked out just a little bit more.
He's not under pressure now, so he can take his sort of racing line now. He's not defending this time, so that helps. Well, although Odon's had a really good run through this corner.
Yeah, he seems to have got a better line through that turn. Ooh, there's a wheel on the gravel there.
Yeah, that's a run edge of the track, and that's just pushing quite that hard.
Yeah, he's just forcing it a little bit at the minute. Does seem to be a little bit quicker through that top section though. Yeah, I'm just struggling to hit the apex, and he's dropped another 10th. So we'll keep an eye on that. Then still a 2.5 back. Oblivion's still P4, but Royston's hanging on to the back of him. And Oblivion's tyres aren't looking great. Yeah, Royston's a lot better.
Again, I think that's pad versus wheel.
Yeah.
The medium tyre should be fine regardless.
Switchback is purple on the neats, fresh set of softs.
Got the fastest lap and everything flat.
We've not seen a 17
yet.
now. Let's keep an eye on this. In fact, let's quickly go back to the front just in case. It's very, very close. I think we should get more hot air balloon style shots from the cameras.
Royston going back to 4th along the start finish straight. Nice move.
I've switched back, completely fucked the final corner and got an 18-1. Disgraceful.
Boo.
Yeah, Royston takes P4 back.
Hughes has been off somewhere. He's down to 11th. He's got behind
Oh dear.
Zoltan and Johnny Boy.
Oh yeah, that was a couple of laps ago now. 1:31, lap 11. That won't help the tyres. Oh, now we've got a bit of a battle. I don't know if Zom's tyres are making it to the end, if I'm honest. I think Zom actually takes the crown for a tyre wear king. Oh, Johnny Boy, what's going on?
Kicking up some dirt.
Oh, he's got to get it stopped. Goose nearly took him out.
he's 10 feet off the racing line, and Goose Hill he is. It's kind of remnants of last week when Johnny and Derek.
Yeah.
Oh, what have we got going on for 4th? Switchback has arrived in the battle for 4th.
Luminate.
Oh,
hello. Oblivion's tyres are causing him problems here.
Jordan, they'll be literally nose to tail like this. Switchback from his teammate.
Oh, Royston had contact to Oblivion. Royston, I think, tried to brake early to get the better line, and Oblivion just wasn't aware of it. But no major damage done.
I think it's still easy work. 2 tenths between them.
Oh, yeah, a bit of a slide, but he's doing a really good job of hanging on. Absolutely.
There, but can't bridge that gap anymore. He's kind of lapping at the same sort of pace. In fact, he did the same lap time as Joker last time around. To the 1,000th.
Odon's had a really good lap here. It's all over the back of Joker.
Is he going to double up?
Can he do it? I mean, we mentioned it at the start, at the top of the stream, he's had an atrocious season so far. He's 2 points off the foot of the table. He's pretty much going to, probably going to add 50% to his points total by the end of tonight at least. Which is going to take him above probably one person. But even so, to be fair, we're missing Nobby Norris this week, so Nobby's not going to score any points. Yeah.
13 and we got in race 1.
Absolutely. But another win, I'm sure, will be very gratefully received. I think Glenn's still got a chance here. If there's any sort of contact or anything between these front two, he'll be right there.
Now.
Yeah.
He's nearly in slipstream range again, so he's had a good lap.
Yeah.
1.
I think it's as much as the front two had a bit of a poor lap, a 120 for both of them.
Yeah.
Glenn's been pretty consistent so far. Switchbacks were covered and broken clear now of Royston and Oblivion. He's still got to watch his tyres a little, but he should be okay. Royston and Oblivion. Got the usual Glyn support in the chat now with Jamie. Good to see you and Jamie. He's on for a podium at the minute. Oh, hello. Zoltan taking a very wide excursion there and getting reset. So that has finished his battle with Johnny Boy.
Johnny Boy. Oh, Joker's off at the final corner.
Oh, no.
Bouncing across the gravel. Oh, that's going to lose his momentum though. Here comes Odon.
Surely he's got to do it this time. Joker's gone defensive, but I think
he's going to have dirty tyres.
Is he going to get?
He's going to have to be careful.
Yeah.
Very wide.
Hang it round. A little bit of contact. Glenn's fully bought into this now.
Straight for the lead. Odon's a bit too courteous there.
He's gonna
rounded that corner off a little bit, but he squared it off and gave Joker a chance. He's
going to try and hang on around the outside. And here comes Glenn.
Very wide. Doesn't do well.
Yeah, it's good racing.
Money on Odon for another Joker for his first, or Glyn for his first of the season.
Glenn's wide. Sorry, Joker's wide, sorry. Oh, it's okay. So far, the racing standards have been very good this evening. I mean, the etiquette, not the standards themselves. There's been far too many people in the desert for that.
There's been a little bit of bump, as you would expect, but it's been fairly competent this week. probably the right. That's how they did a lot of
Competence.
bumps. But
Competent
standards
is the
have been
way.
decent. Like you've not
Yeah.
been pushing and shoving and all that. There's
Yes.
been a couple of bumps as you'd expect, and obviously this track exaggerates contact.
It's not an easy track. Oh, Joker is wide again. He's got to lose place to Glyn here, and Odon's. To be honest, Odon's not the quickest off the corner either, and Glyn is gaining rapidly. He's not going to make it by the corner, but now Joker stands P3. Now the tyre wear with 2 laps to go is starting to take its toll. Odell's tyre wear is probably worst of all out of the 3, but he does lead. Glyn's got a real chance here now though. Switch back P4.
Glyn's is the best.
Royston P5, Oblivion 6. Derek and Face Potter are battling it out for 7th. Johnny Boy's now P9. And Zom, everybody else is. Yeah.
It's one of the trickiest tracks on
the Glyn.
Best week.
Yeah. He's looking to make the move now. Now's his chance. He's been patient. He's been patient and he's been super consistent. Every lap, the past 7 laps, has been in the 19s. Yeah. Now he's got his chance. I think Odin will be more than happy with his week's work regardless, but he will not want to lose this now. So we round the final corner, one of the trickiest corners I think in this game. For the penultimate.
For the run off the corner, Glyn's got a great
time. Oh, Glyn. It's 2/10. It's 1/10.
The outside, really. He's the outside, really.
It's gone for the inside. Odon's not blocked him off, and he's got him before the corner. Glyn takes the lead, trying to fight back. Oh, Odon's on the outside now.
He needs to squeeze him if he wants to try and hang on to this, or Joker's up the inside. Can he hang on?
He's got him.
Bit of contact. Odon first to third.
Now does Joker have chance to have a go at Glyn for the win? It's been a terrific battle.
We've lost Royston as well, down to 8. No. Final corner by the look of it.
That's Face Potter up to 6. Is another good result. And Jamie in the chat is absolutely right. It's fantastic racing. Really has been. Whoa, Glyn's a bit wide.
A bit wide.
Joker's got to run.
Glyn knows he's covering. He needs to stay the inside. They need the inside, but Joker's got the overlap, I think.
Oh, he's got him. He's got him. And there's still a chance for Odon here. If there's any sort of contact or any sort of incident in the final corner, Glyn's going to try and get the... Is he going to dive for the inside? No, he's not. He's going to cut out of it. There's a bit of contact.
Caught the gravel as he turned in.
Oh, he's still firing it around there. And then we're going to make a run for the line. Odon's wide. He's out of it. It's going to be Glyn versus Joker for the line. Where is he?
I think Joker's got it.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
And Odon less than half a second off as well in third.
Zach only just about made it to the end on his second set of softs. Oblivion, I think it's his second set of softs. He might have. Yeah.
He paid the same time as Goose.
And it's Derek versus Face Potter for P6 now. It means we lost someone. Was it Royston? It was Royston.
Royston, wasn't it?
Yeah, Royston P8. Johnny Boy. P9, another top 10 for Johnny. That's 3 top 10s. Zom will be 10th, Goose will be 11th, and Mikey has been lapped again. 3 lapped races in a row. That's the hat trick for Mikey. Never has a recently produced AI image been so appropriate.
Don't forget the replay.
Yes, thank you. Might have completely forgotten. It was about lap 10, 11?
Lap 8.
9?
Lap 8.
Lap 8 into lap 9, okay. Right, so just wrap up the results from race 3. Joker with the win. I think his first of the season, if I'm right.
Could be.
Glyn in P2, Odon in P3 to round off a fantastic night's work for him. Switch back and forth, Oblivion, then Derek, Face Potter, Royston. And that's it, because the lobby's been closed.
Yes, it is Joker's first win of the season. I think Mikey Zon wanted straight out of that lobby.
Yeah, I bet.
Not a good week, unfortunately, for one-stop long bombs.
Yeah, we are indeed. We're going to watch the highlights. Let's go. refuses to let you skip forward a lap for some reason, so we're
Yeah,
going
you
to
got
have
to
to
sit
do
forward
this.
and then do it. Should be
Right.
right.
So, was it this lap?
It was end of lap 8, I think.
So Dusty Fossil. Oh, yep, here he goes. So he's wide, he's wide, he's wide, he's wider. Oh dear.
Oh no, oh. And then what does Mike do?
And then Mike just thought.
I think he cracked at that point.
Mike thought, yeah, that looks like fun. Let's follow him.
It just drives backwards.
Is it? So you can see car going off, and Mike's like, yeah, alright, why not? Just comes to join him.
He's just he's on the wrong line there. The weight of the car's obviously pointing forwards because he's.
And car's not been reset, and then he's just blocked by a line of sandbags and a berm. Alright, I don't blame him for quitting out of that, because I'm not sure it's actually possible for him to get out.
Ditch.
I don't know why he didn't get reset.
You've reset for worse.
Nope. Well, just go forward another 10 seconds. It's just I want to watch Mikey getting back onto track. He's done a good. To be fair, he's done a good job of it.
There's a nice bunny up there.
Yeah. Ready? Get the speed up. 40 mile an hour. Whee! There we go. Beautiful. Well, there you go. I think that's a perfect note to end it on, if I'm honest. No, an excellent night's racing. I think we should do more races where everybody's tyres just die. Right, that will do it. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks, Lee, for joining me. Good job. First and a second for you.
Yeah. More the same tomorrow, hopefully, when it matters.
Yeah, absolutely. When it matters.
When it matters more.
Right, in that case, we will see you all again tomorrow for GT1. Catch you then.